From the moment I laid eyes on Helix Descent and Ascent from the demo, it was phenomenal. I love the art and I love the gameplay of this game. And now that the game is finally out, I had more time to play with it. Shout out to the folks over at Pirate PR for the review code. It's one of my favorite puzzle games so far that I played for 2026. So let's talk about Helix Descent and Ascent. And I have to start off by talking about this incredible monochromatic hand-drawn art. I have a quote here I'm going to read from the developers, and it says, "Experience the Helix adventure through a striking 4K black and white artistic style inspired by 1980s indie comics, 1990s manga, and 1970s Franco-Belgian comics. The monochrome visuals symbolize the interplay of light and darkness, inviting you to engage deeply and reflectively in this rich metaphysical atmospheric journey." Couldn't have said that better myself. The music in this game is also incredibly atmospheric and powerful and rich. They try to channel the music of Jim Guthrie to kind of create these soundscapes within this game. So I would highly recommend you playing this with headphones to kind of experience the visual nature of this, to kind of really immerse yourself into the world of Helix. So this is a fun game if you are into puzzles, if you're into fun art style. So let's talk about the actual game. What are you doing? What is the story? So there's not much in the way of story. You're not really told anything. I really enjoy a good visual storytelling aspects, and I really couldn't tell you what the story is, but essentially you wake up in this world of darkness and you're trying to figure out the truth about this world. And there's someone who looks exactly like you, and you're not sure if they're trying to hinder you or to help you, and it's your job to just figure that out as you go throughout the world in solving the various puzzles with the abilities that you gather. And there are 5 main abilities that you gather along the way. You'll get the ability to create columns, the ability to create a drone of yourself, the ability to summon a chain claw that you can then pull yourself up to, the ability to transform the critters that you see around the world into switches that you can then throw into different panels to open up doors. And then one of my favorite abilities that is most visually striking is the ability to shift the world around you from dark to light, black to white, and so on and so forth. And that is your main 5 abilities, but they are used in many different ways. In fact, the game even tells there's 25 unique ways that you're able to use every single ability. So you start off by just gathering the abilities and trying to figure out what they do within the world by opening at the various doors and the various paths to be able to get to where you're going. And then you just kind of recycle the same area by using the different abilities in different combinations. Like you may get the ability to summon pillars, but also get the ability to use chains as well, and then also get the ability to shift the world around you, but also the ability to transform those critters into switches. You do not yourself customize the abilities, but the game actually gives you various spears to be able to solve the puzzles in unique ways using the combinations of the abilities. And sometimes you will have to actually combine the abilities in order to solve the puzzle that you're in. I think the one thing that confused me sometimes is that you actually go back to the same corner of the world every single time you get these orbs in order to solve the puzzle. So you're going back to the same area, and so you kind of have to remember where you're at all times to kind of remember, okay, I need to go over here for this part of the puzzle, to go over here for this part of the puzzle as well. So it's kind of just one interconnected world that you're always going back to as you're trying to get the various abilities to solve the puzzles. There's also a fair amount of pickups that you get in this world, that you collect maps and various things that you're just piecing together to kind of understand the truth, which allows you to gain more context about why you're doing the things that you're doing as well. One of the more unique things about this game, there are a series of panels that you can open up, and it will open up into essentially a platform mini game where the abilities that you'll be using at the time will be used against you in these platforming sections by the enemy that looks like you. So that's really fun. A little side quest in order to open up a panel and open up a door. There's actually 3 difficulties that you can go through, and they vary in the amount of hearts that you have. There's no combat in the game per se. You're not attacking anybody in the main game, but in this platform section you do have a number of different tries that you have, and then you can also unlock things along the way. And this game is great. There's a lot going on here, and I will tell you, even though I got through this game in about 4 to 5 hours, I was only at about 40% completion, and I didn't really feel like I beat the game. Even though I rolled credits, I didn't really feel like I beat the game. Once you do get to the end of the game, keep playing, because I'm not gonna show you any footage of what happens after that, but I will tell you that continue to play even after the credits roll, because there will be something there for you that you will for sure want to check out as well. So kind of a hint as to where the end game is. So yeah, keep on keeping on with Helix Descent and Ascent. And I love the art, I love the visual style. I don't really have too many complaints about this other than the fact that I have to just remember where I'm at all times. But that's more of a memory thing than a game thing. But this game had me immersed every single time I booted this up. Sometimes it is a little bit of a process of trial and error to try to figure out, okay, this ability doesn't go well here, but this ability goes well here. So you kind of have to just use your brain. And that's the biggest part about puzzle games in general, is that you do have to use your brain. But I love it when I just get to sit with the game and actually use my brain to solve puzzles. Helix Descent and Ascent really solved that for me, and I enjoyed the heck out of this game, and I enjoyed playing this so much. So hopefully you are checking out Helix Descent and Ascent today as it is releasing. If you wanted to play the demo for the Helix, you can play that as well, kind of a try before you buy. But I would recommend this one. This is a really fun game. There's a mystery. If you really want to dive deep into the lore of this game, there's a lot there for you. If you are a completionist at heart, this is a game for you to really dive in and to figure out every single nook and cranny of this game. And not only that, just to see the beautiful art. I will just continue to go back to the art. It's so nice. Even though it's just black and white, every detail of this game just looks so good and so detailed. They took their time creating this world, and sometimes you just want to stare at it and just look at it and see like, man, this looks amazing. Very fun game. Hope you check out Helix Descent and Ascent. If you want to see more games that I'm talking about on the channel, they will pop up. But this is a fun game. I hope you don't miss it. Check it out. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Chike, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out.